We go to the media.
We suck again!
An ABC News reporter's lack of self-awareness in calling Charlie Kirk's murderous text to his trainee boyfriend.
Excuse me, it's ma'am!
Touching.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a problem. I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this. I'm sure this is the same media that called Charlie Manson and Jim Jones two lovely and wonderful people.
What?
A little misunderstood.
God! You can't make this shit up!
But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. Well, as we continue to dig deeper and deeper into the tragic death of Charlie Kirk, you know, there are just people who just don't get what time it is, who lack the self-awareness to know that what they're saying, especially when it comes to live TV, yeah, you don't get a second chance to make a first impression. Well, there's editing and what have you, but with this, yeah, not so much. ABC News reporter, talk about lack of self-awareness, spouts off about Charlie Kirk's murderer, the text that he sent to his trainee boyfriend, as very touching. We go to the New York Post. ABC News reporter Matt Gutman literally gets gutted and blasted for calling text from Charlie Kirk's assassin very touching. Oh my. An ABC News correspondent is getting panned for his bizarre, empathetic, and gushing interpretation of text messages between accused Charlie Kirk assassin and his trans mental boyfriend that were revealed on Tuesday. Reporter Matt Gutman breathlessly reported from Kirk's assassination press conference in Utah Tuesday, presenting the deranged killer's apparent confessional text as, quote, intimate, fulsome, and very touching. Wow. Quote, but also it was very touching in a way that many of us didn't expect, Gutman stated without coercion of the text, sent just hours after Kirk was killed on September 10th. And of course, there's lovely Matt Gutman, and of course, the piece of shit. Quote, a very intimate portrait into the relationship between the suspect's roommate and the suspect himself, with him repeatedly calling his roommate who is transitioning, calling him my love, and I want to protect you, my love. The apparent emotional moved, the emotion moved the reporter. Quote, so this was duality of someone who the attorney not only jeopardized the life of Charlie Kirk and the crowd, but was also doing it in front of children, which is one of the aggravating circumstances of this case. And here are these lovely and heartwarming and touching texts. This is from the assassin. Drop what you're doing. Look under my keyboard. He says, what? You're joking, right? I'm still okay, my love. But I am stuck in an arm in a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I get home. But I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this a secret till I died of old age. I'm sorry to involve you. You weren't the one who did it, right? I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude and then interrogating someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of the side of the town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Why? Why did I do it? Why? I had enough of some of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle on scene, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. How long have you planned this out? A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there's a squad car parked right by it. I think they were already swept by the spot. I don't want to chance it. I'm wishing they had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried about what the old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if I had a serial number, but it wouldn't be traced to me. I'm worried about prints and leaving it in the bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope that they don't find prints. How the am I explaining to losing it to my old man? That's what he was worried about. How am I going to explain it to Grandpa about the rifle that I just used to kill a man? Wow. Only one thing I left. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The messages are mostly in a big meme. I see notices bulging UWU on Fox News, and I might have stroked it right in. I'm going to leave it, and that really sucks. Judging from today, I say Grandpa's gun did just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope. Delete this exchange. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know what the feds released in a photo of the rifle, and it's very unique. He's calling me RN, not answering. He's calling me right now, excuse me, should I say. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty diehard MAGA. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. You're all I worry about, love. I'm much more worried about you. Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you any questions for a lawyer, stay silent. And then the reporter finished. And then on the other hand, he was, speaking so lovingly about his partner. So it's a very interesting, riveting press conference, Gutman concluded in his eyebrow-raising commentary. In an ABC live stream platform following his initial comments, Gutman doubled down on the tone-deaf line of interpretation that seemingly glorified Kirk's alleged assassin. No, allegedly, he did it. My thoughts. The story goes on a little bit further, but after reading those disturbing and disgusting texts, yeah, you pretty much get the gist. For this reporter, Matt Gutman, make him famous, Matt Gutman, to read these texts and come out with nothing but very touching, lovingly, heartwarming, kind of talk about grabbing you by the cockles of your heart. Yeah, that's a problem. The guy's a clown, a fool, a buffoon, a moron, a cretin for basically giving any kind of credibility whatsoever in disgusting and horrifying texts after a guy talking to his trainee boyfriend about murdering an innocent man. But then again, like I said in my intro, I'm sure this is the same media who thought Jim Jones and Charlie Manson were just two wonderful and loving people who were just a little misunderstood. That's all. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this, please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always, and we'll see you next time. Peace.